Welcome back to Party Politics on News Across Nigeria now. The People's Democratic Party, the PDP, seems to be on its way to restoring the unity of the leadership as the Board of Trustees says it's passing a vote of confidence on the McAfee-led caretaker committee. The board also mandated it to prepare for a fresh convention which will be holding in Abuja. This will be the third time that the PDP will be trying to hold its national convention with success.
The Board of Trustees has resolved to pass a vote of solid confidence in the National Caretaker Committee and hereby urges the committee to continue the good work of properly planning for the next national convention. The next convention should be held in Abuja to ensure a credible, transparent, free and fair convention. A new convention planning committee should be constituted by the National Caretaker Committee and approved by National Executive Council Committee, NEC. The Board of Trustees should facilitate the raising of adequate funds for the party. The board mandated its reconciliation committee to continue with all good efforts for reconciliation.
And in the southwest, the beautification and rehabilitation exercise is being embarked upon by the Ogun State government along its portion of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, which is taking shape. Visit to the Berger-Kara axis border with Lagos State shows that men and equipment of the State Ministry of Urban and Physical Planning have been deployed as work has commenced in earnest. Ogun State in southwest Nigeria is a gateway state and an entry point to many parts of the country.
We are just starting. They have not seen nothing yet. By the time the landscaping is here, by the time the flowers are here, the beautification are here, then they will know that Ogun State is where to be. We are reclaiming what actually belongs to us, and we are ready to really, as a matter of fact, it's part of the Urban Renewal program.
Joining us on News Across Nigeria is the Honorable Commissioner of Information for Ogun State, Mr. Dayo Adeneye. It's good to have you on the program.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
Just how beautiful will this be by the end of the day?
Let me say something. This is not just about beautifying that axis. The Lagos-Ibadan Expressway happens to be one of the probably busiest roads in Nigeria, if not Africa. It's been measured about 4,000 cars pass on that axis, every hour. So our intention is to take charge of the setback, which is 70 meters, to complement the federal government's effort. So not just beautifying it, but also sanitize the indiscriminate trailer parking and the indiscriminate shanties and what have you dotting that axis. So when you enter Ogun State, which is supposed to be the gateway state, we want you to know that, yes, I'm entering Ogun State. It's an environment, a serene environment that I want to, be in and stay, maybe a couple of days in. So it goes beyond just, beautification and landscaping. We want to take charge of what's rightfully ours, like the Commissioner said.
When will this project be completed? Because many people say, especially the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway is notorious for projects that go for a long period of time.
Yes, it's understandable that people are a bit cynical, and you can understand that because, the road has been in that decrepit state for quite a long time. Fortunately and unfortunately, about 70 or 80% of this road lies within our borders, talking about Ogun State. So it lies on us to do something about it. The hardship, our citizens, our residents are hit the hardest, whether they're going to work or returning home from work. So we have to take their interest at heart and make sure that this project doesn't fail. And that's why you will see the commissioners there hands-on. And as a matter of fact, in a couple of the, you will see the governor himself there hands-on. This is a project that's going to extend from Berger all the way to Shakwade in the first half, and then we'll go all the way to Redeem, and then as far as Ogeri.
So we're looking at a few months?
It's going to be ongoing,
ongoing,
as long as it takes, but we are hoping to be able to get it done in a couple of months.
Okay.
The rain and the weather
Okay.
as it permits.
Okay. Not to digress, but the Akute Road also falls in the axis of Ogun State. Is there any hope of its ever being completed?
Good question. This goes to our citizens and our residents in our border towns. We've been accused of having forgotten them, or marginalizing them,
of neglecting them.
The last word a gentleman used for me was marginalization. Okay. No, we know you are residents of Ogun State. Besides that, you are citizens of Nigeria, so we have to take care of you. We are responsible for you. Our next phase of work is actually what His Excellency calls Operation 100 at 100. We're going to focus on 100 rural roads, hopefully in 100 days. So we are focusing mainly on rural roads, and we're talking about our border towns, from our border towns in Akute, Ibafo, Mowe, Arepo, all those areas. We're going to focus extensively on them. We know what the situation of the country is. Everybody, we have to be realistic. The funds are not there. We still have salaries to pay. We still have healthcare system and schools and what have you to pay for. But that notwithstanding, government is a continuum. We must take care of this. So the 100 roads, 100 rural roads is our next focus. And hopefully, by the special grace of God, in the next couple of weeks, you should see the residents in this area should start seeing contractors move to site. It's
very good you mentioned the economic challenges of the day, and the people understand that. People understand that this is something that is going to remain until there's a change. But as regards the beautification, does it involve just landscaping and change of scenery by way of planting trees, horticulture? What would it mean?
It will mean that you will no longer see indiscriminate parking along the corridors of this expressway. There will be designated access points and exit points along. That's why I said it goes beyond just landscaping. Okay. There will be designated trailer parks where drivers can pull over and rest. We're going to build those in sections and segments of of the freeway as we go along. And like I said, this is to complement the federal government's efforts. So as the federal government is doing, the federal government I think is going to take about 55 meters of the setback. Ours is just 25 meters. So the federal government, of course, will take it. So all these people that are saying, Ogun State is coming to come and claim their property, it's not really theirs. This is, everybody knows the land use decree. I mean, it's a setback, and the federal government will take what is necessary, to fix that access. And we also want to complement that effort by not allowing, after the federal government leaves that area, we don't want the same chaos to return, the trailer parks, and the cattle rearing and what have you. Mm-hmm. That's why we want to take charge of our own part of the setback. And I think our citizens and our residents, they'll be the better for it. I mean, when you drive home from work, you can have that serene environment, and that would also tell you that, wait a minute, something that's this beautiful, I really, if there's a tree there or there's grass there, obviously common sense would dictate that you don't want to park on grass.
Thank you so much for coming on News Across Nigeria, and we wish you the best.
Thank you very much.
As this endeavor goes along.
Thank you very much for having me.
The Honorable Commissioner of Information for Ogun State, Mr. Dayo Adeneye, has the last word on News Across Nigeria today, where we tell you what's happening north, south, east, and west in your neck of the woods. I'm Olumide Macaulay. Thank you for watching.